Coding to design is something that gives you an opportunity to design and implement your creativity into your website to make a responsive user interface. The same thought in mind, today we are going to create such a website by using Bootstrap 5. So without wasting any time, let's dive into the video. Now to create something in Bootstrap, what you need first, you need a quick start here. For that, you need to copy the basic boilerplate containing the CSS and JS Bootstrap. Let's copy this and paste it here in the HTML file. Then what we are going to do, we are going to just change the title, and we are going to say, let's say a personal portfolio website could with Ayush. And then what we are going to just remove this heading, useless heading from here. Okay, let's just check is it working or not. So let's save this and let's run this. So let's copy this thing here. You can see something like hello world. Yeah, it's working because you can see the font and the font size. That's absolutely different from the simple HTML. Okay. Next thing what we are going to do, then we are going to add one nav bar here. So for navigation bar, what we are supposed to do, we are going to go here and search for nav bar. So nav bar is something that is much common in Bootstrap. Many people use this. So go to nav bar here, and in the nav bar, what we are going to do, just we need an image and a title. So we need such a kind of and we need dark mode in the website. So let's go down here, and you can see something like a dark mode, right? Let's copy this navigation bar here and go and paste it in the content here. What we are going to do, let's go here, and first we need to make a container fluid. Okay, inside the container fluid, what we are going to do, we are going to include one image with the title. Okay, so here is one image with the title. You can see something like this. Copy this, and now let's paste it. But we need to exclude this line of code because we have just included that before. That's it. Now after that, we are what's the next thing you need? You need an icon. So I have already an icon.icu. We are going to just put that here. Let's put it instead of this icon.icu, and instead of Bootstrap we are going to give something like okay, let's say give like code with Ayush. And then we are going to do, okay, so let's do the next thing. That's going to be the basic nav bar. So let's go here and copy. Okay, let's copy step by step. First of all, this thing here we are going to copy. So let's, what happened, okay, so here's a button, I think. Yeah, that's a button. So there's a container fluid. We are going to just copy a, let's copy the whole instead, from here to, I think, here. Let's copy this much of code and just paste it here. Let's see what's going to happen. So let's go back here to the website. You can see something like this is coming. Let's go to navbar here and say, where is the navbar? Yeah, let's say welcome to the world of programming. Let's save this. Let's save this. You can see something like this, right? This title is there. Now we are having one hamburger here. So in this we are having some options like home, link, drop down, disable, and search, and a search button as well on the right hand side. Now what we are going to do, I just added something here, like we do not need the link, right? Let's remove this. Let's change the option drop down to like options, and in the options we are going to give something like login. Let's give sign in. Yeah, and something else, let's give something like explore. Then we are having disable. Let's remove this one as well because we do not need it. Now let's save this and let's go back. So that's okay. So we having login, sign in, explore. Now the next thing, okay, so now the next thing we are going to do, in Bootstrap we are having one more thing. We were having like off canvas, right? Having off canvas. What's happening? Reload it. pagination. So this is a pagination placeholder, popovers, progress, cross by. So here's one cross by. This is all also the one of the thing that we are going to add here. Spinners here, and then we are having one model, right? Model dot focus, right? So this is some basic. Okay, so they have just given some GS here, and they are saying like my model is this, and my model dot add event listener show bs dot model. We are going to just say my input dot focus. So launch demo model. Yeah. So here's a button trigger model, right? So what we need to do, we need to just okay, we were having one login, right? So in the login, can we add something like class btn, we can be a database toggle this, database target this. You're going to just copy up this much of code. That's going to be really amazing if we are able to do this thing without using JS. So let's paste it. Let's check it out. So after doing that, we are having one this as well, right? Is model as well. So let's copy this model here and let's go ahead. After the navigation bar, we are going to just paste this model. After pasting in the navigation means after the navigation bar, what we are going to do, reload it, and if I just click on login, you can see model is there, right? That's amazing. Now what we are going to do, next thing in the model title, we are going to set it to like login, and here we are going to like model body. So let's give a basic input form. For that we are going to go to forms, and from over from control. Okay, let's go to control. Let's go to control. We are having something email address and email text area, and I think we are supposed to have something here. Now after that, let's go to overview. Okay, let's copy this one. This seems to be amazing. Or we were having something like tooltips, and we were having like in the first means in the getting started, we were having accessibility, customized layouts, validation, right? Now here in the validation, we are having this much basic code here. We are going to just example starter JS for disabling form submissions if they are invalid. So this is something like that. Let's copy this code here, and then we are going to paste it in the model body. Let's go here and let's go to the options login. Now suppose if I just submit the form, it is going to work, but we need form validation, right? So let's go ahead and copy this much of GS. Let's copy this GS here, and after that we are going to just make one script tag here in the in the script tag. Let's paste this thing here. Let's go back, options, login, save, submit. But yeah, now it's working. So you can see, let me just give some username here, something like email at the rate gmail.com. Then we are having one city, so let's give something like Lucknow. We are having state, let's choose something else. Zip code, let's give something else. Agree to terms and conditions, that's it. Let's click on submit form. Okay, let's remove this button, save changes and close, because we do not need them. So where's that save changes and remove? Okay, let's remove this. Now let's go back, login. Let's say Ayush. Now we are going to give something like, okay, in the first one let's give something like code with, and at last let's give something like Ayush, or you can give any other thing you want. Then email at the rate gmail.com, setting something like Lucknow, state, anything else, zip code, something like this, agree to terms and conditions, submit form. So that's all done. Now you can see something like this happens, and yeah, boom. Next thing. Okay, so I think the next thing we are supposed to add is one component. In the component we having carousel, right? Let's add this one. Let's go here and copy one. After the navigation bar, so where it ends, here it ends. So after that we are going to add this carousel, and in this we are having src and alt as well, right? So let's save this. Let's go back and let's search for some images, like we can search here for html and go to images. So let's go ahead and select an image, like, okay, let's go here, html tutorial, this one I'm going to just select. Okay, we are going to save it as 1.jpeg in the front end. Okay, at this place, let's save this. Then we are going to search for something else. Let's go here and select any other of them. I want to just show you that how is it going to work. So let's go ahead and save this one as well, like 2.jpg. Then go ahead and select any other. Okay, let's select this one, and okay, let's select this one here, 3.jpg. And let's go ahead now, 1 2 3. So let's go ahead here and say 1.jpg, 2.jpg, 3.jpg. That's it. Save this, and now you can see it's working. So this is the way you can add a carousel. So let's give some height as well. Here we are going to give some height. Let's give style height. It's going to be like let's give like 500 pixels. That's it, not more than that. Is it working or not? You know, also it's not giving, I think. Let's give 100 pixel now also. So what we can do here? Okay, so I think the images are not getting resized. So that's a very different topic. Let's go here and say in the images we are going to just give some styling here. Height, let's see is it going to work or not. So let's give 200 pixel, and let's save this. So let's go back here. First we are going to check here. So you can see something like this is happening, something like this, something like this. Okay, so something like this is happening here. So height 200 pixels, but that's not okay. We need to give the carousel as well the height of 200 pixels. So let's copy all these this thing here, this line of code, and we are going to just copy this and going to paste it everywhere at this place and at this place. Save this. Now let's go back here, reload it. So you can see something like this, right? But the images are not coming. Okay, let's go to the images. Here we are going to say in the div image size and width. So we are going to give style to be equal to like height 200 pixel. Let's see. So something like this is happening, right? So we can do that later on, but for now let's just do something like this. So let's paste it at this place as well. That's it. Let's save this. So like this, it's happening something like this. So let's make an alt here. Alt, multiple cursors are there. So how you can do that? Alt plus click. That's going to give you like multiple cursors. Now let's go here and say it to be 500 pixels. Save it. Okay, so now that's okay. These images are all okay. So that's okay. Now the next thing we are going to do, is we need to make the further content. So to make that, what we can do here, let's select something like card. So we are having cards, right? So let's make 2 to 3 cards here. Let's first copy this card and just I'm going to paste it some much after this. Okay, so after that's all, we are going to paste this card here. In the image, we are going to give some random image, like let's suppose. Okay, in the image, let's give like one.jpg only right now. One.jpg, we are going to give something like um, welcome to HTML. And in the time in the description, I told you in the previous video that suppose if you do not want to write any kind of description, you can use lorem as well. So this is something like a default text in the VS Code. So that's it. Let's paste it. Let's go to the website here. So we are having something like this, right? Now we are going to increase some width here and some spacing from the upward position. So let's give one like 1 BR here. Now let's save this. So you can set something like this is happening, right? So in the card, what we are going to do, style, width, 300 pixels. Save this. So something like this is going to happen, right? So let's increase it a little bit, 500 pixels. Yeah, this seems to be amazing, right? Now we are having the go somewhere. Let's change it to start course, right? Something like this. Then we are having one more button here. So let's give that button as well. Let's copy the same card. So in this we are going to give 2.jpg and in this 3.jpg, and in this we are going to say welcome to CSS and we are going to say welcome to JS, and the same thing. So let's align them as per the requirement. So let's align this one to the extreme right. So for that, what should I do? Okay, let's make a container here. Let's see C container, any random name I'm giving right now. Select this portion, move it inside this, and the CBR, what we are going to do, style, width. First of all, the width I'm going to set to 100%. Then we are going to say display flex, and we are going to say after that align items right, align items to the right, and that's it. Let's save this. So if I am just saving that, but it's not happening. Okay, let's see the C. Here it is, right? Okay, so align right is not a property. Uh, by mistake, it's. Let's save this. Now let's go back here and at this place. Let's say text align right, not like that. Flex direction. Okay, let's try this one here to the initial, not this one. So let's try reward. No. So let's go to the flex one here. In the flex, we are going to select. Okay, so this is what we need. Let's copy this. Let's copy these two and go back. So let's paste it, and that's all done. I can see something like this, right? So this is even amazing. So now let's increase some width of this, means the second one. Let's increase the width to like 600 pixel because it's not visible. Now that's okay. So you can see that we have just created a very simple website by using Bootstrap. So we are having a home, options, login, sign in, explore, search bar here, the search button, and a banner here with like carousel. You can say banner or carousel. Then we are having 3 cards here, and yeah, okay. So one thing is left, and that's the icon of the website. So let's give an icon here as well. So let's go ahead and say like fav icon, like fav. Let's say link fav icon, and we are going to say icon.ico. Let's save this. icon. Yeah, it's icon only. Icon. Let's save this. Now let's go back. So you can see something like this, right? So this is how the website is looking, and it's looking great, right? So yeah, that's all for this video. Meet in the next video with some new build and technology. Till then, see you.